Okay, Michael, you got answers for me?
Sure.
All right.
Wait, do I need to make any assumption, or can I make any assumptions I want about the non-blue states?
No, it doesn't matter. Actually, so the answer is
Maybe it
no. The
does.
answer is no, but it doesn't actually matter because remember, it's all very stationary and Markovian. So the only thing that matters is where you are.
You're stationary, Markovian. All right, so I think okay. So let's do the first one then.
Okay.
So this is pretty cool. So by changing the reward the way that you did, it's not a hot beach anymore. It's like like super awesome money beach.
Yes, it's like a beach made of bacon.
Sure. Okay, let's think of it that way. Though neither of us are eating bacon at the moment.
At the moment. I can,
Right, because then our mouths would be full and it would be very difficult to give this lecture. All right, so no. I mean, like even. All right, never mind. The point is that it's awesome and there's like diamonds. I don't know. I just saw the Hobbit movie and there was a room filled entirely with treasures, and so this is kind of like that. And so now the question is, what should I be doing? Like I should never go to the +1 or the -1 because that ends my treasure gathering. I should just continue to stay in states that aren't those states.
Okay.
So I would say left for the top state.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say left for the bottom state.
This one? Okay.
And the other two I need to think about for a moment. So I feel like I'd like to get away from the -1.
Mm-hmm.
So like, to go up. But then that would give me some chance of slipping, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't want to go to the right. I don't want to go down. I'm going to go to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bash my head against the wall because then I get money.
Yeah.
That's weird. There's really no pain for running into the wall.
Nope. You just stay where you are.
All right. And for the bottom one, I feel like it's the same kind of thing. I don't want to go to the right or to the left because then there's a probability that I'll slip and end up ending my game. So I'm going to go down.
Yeah. I like that. So most of these are right. And one of them is wrong. Or it's not that it's wrong. It's just it's not as right as it could be. Which one do you think that is?
I think they're right. But if there's one that I could imagine you not being so happy with, which is the bottom one.
There are two bottom ones. You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would I like?
I think you might prefer if I bash my head against the wall.
No, actually, it turns out that this is a correct answer. So all four of these are correct. But in this particular state, it actually doesn't matter which way you go.
Oh, I see. A more complete answer
Yes.
would be doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And is that true of any of the other ones? No, I guess you're right. The other ones you have to go in the direction indicated.
Right. So by the way, just like here, it doesn't matter which direction you go in. It's actually true for all of the other states as well. It doesn't matter where you go because in these three states, these are the only states where you can end the game. And in each of them, you can take an action that guarantees that you don't end the game. So it really doesn't matter about where you do it in the other states.
Cool.
Right? So that's a good argument. This makes a lot of sense. So at the end of the day, basically, because the reward is positive and you're just accumulating reward or diamonds and treasure, as you put it, you just never want to leave. So you always want to avoid either of these states. It doesn't matter that there's a positive one here and a negative one here. If I can stay here forever, then I just accumulate positive reward forever. Okay, so what's the next one?
So interesting. So now the beach is really, really hot. It's -2. So I want to get off here as quickly as I can. So definitely the top one, I would go to the right and just try to get that +1 and get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's think about the bottom right.
Okay.
So in the best of all possible worlds, I go around and dump into the +1. So that would take me, again, if I don't slip at all, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to do that. Actually, wait, 1, 2, 3. 3 steps on the hot sand.
Yep.
And I'm getting a -2 for each of those. So that's like -6. So I could get that +1 at the end, and that makes it only -5. But I think I'd rather just get off the beach. So I'm going to say in the bottom right to actually dive into the pit of pain because it can't be as bad as where I am.
That's exactly right.
So, okay, so then the one next to it on the left is a little trickier. If I go up to the +1, I get a -2 followed by a +1, which is also a -1. So, okay, I'm not so sure about that one.
Well, remember, you'll always have some probability of ending up back where you started.
Is that true? Oh, because no, that's not true. If I dive straight into the -1, Then I have 0.8 chance of going to the -1, 0.2 of going up to the arrow that's labeled, 0.2 going down to the blue box that's not labeled.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 0.2? No, 0.1.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I go up, right, I might stay where I am and accrue -2. Like, yeah, I feel like I need a calculator for this.
Yeah, but I think your intuition is right, though. Just think about it as how much, I mean, what do you think has the best chance of most quickly ending things?
Well, certainly jumping into the -1.
Right.
I think that's going to be marginally better because there's only one chance of slippage and delay, whereas if I take an additional step, there's two chances of slippage and delay.
Exactly. That's exactly the right kind of argument to make. And because the -2 is so big, you're just better off ending it even if you ended in pain, in the same way that you were in the bottom right hand corner.
And so bottom left, I would say the cleanest thing would be to jump into the -1. So to go to the right so that I can go up and get into the -1.
And what's nice about that move is that you either end up in the bottom right hand corner, or you end up staying where you are, or you end up moving up. But in either case, you are always sort of, you never get farther away, right? Whereas if you tried to go up, there's a chance that you would get farther away.
Interesting. Is there a way to be sure about these?
Yeah, you just have to do the math.
Do we know how to do the math?
Yeah, you just do expectations. You can basically just say, well, what's the expected time? Since you know what you're trying to do here is to get to the end, you could calculate the expected length of time it'll take you to get there. And then just, multiply by all the rewards you're going to get in the meantime. If it helps, though, I will tell you that for any value where the reward is less than -1.6284, this is the right thing to do.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right. So you're saying you actually do know that this is the optimal, the thing that we have written.
Yes, I know that this is the optimal.
All right.
Let me just draw out the rest of it for you. So it's I think interesting to compare this one, the bottom right one, where you've given me negative reward to encourage me to end the game, with our main one up here in the upper left, where you've also given me some negative reward to encourage me to end the game. If you look carefully, you'll notice that in this one, you're encouraged to end the game, but you're really encouraged to end the game at a +1. Here, the reward is so strongly negative, you just need to end the game. And so you end up with a different response here, because it's just as quick to get to the -1 and end your pain as to take this extra step and try to get to the +1. And you end up with a different response here, 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 and here.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it is. And so these changes matter. And they matter a great deal.
So how am I supposed to choose my rewards?
Carefully and with some forethought.
Nice.
But, again, there's lots of ways to think about this. So the way we've been sort of talking about MDPs is kind of the way we've been talking about. We talked in the first part of the course when we talked about having teachers and learners. You can think of your reward as sort of the teaching signal and sort of the teacher telling you what you ought to do and what you ought not to do. But another way of thinking about this is that because the rewards define the MDP, the rewards are our domain knowledge.
I see.
So if you're going to design an MDP to capture some world, then you want to think carefully about how you set the rewards in order to get the behavior that you wish.
That's fair. I mean, it seems a little bit like a cop-out, but I think it seems like a necessary one.
Yeah, again, no matter what you do, you've got to be able to inject domain knowledge somehow, or otherwise there's no learning to do. And in this case, the reward basically is telling you how important it is to get to the end.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.